Yes, people, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. Just a quick one tonight, as it is, nearly 9:30, but the news broke about half an hour ago on Harvey Barnes. I've just quickly set everything up. Just a quick live stream for you to bring you that big breaking news for Newcastle United. Let me know in the chat if you can hear us okay, see us okay, all of that lovely stuff. And we'll obviously talk about tonight's head topic. Now, I did a video just a couple hours ago, get the old Dharma specs on, talking about Harvey Barnes and saying that it would be done this week. Didn't let you down on that one, did I? It's been done even quicker than that, to be fair, but it will be still wrapped up this week. It'll take a couple of days to get this one over the line. His medical is expected to take place over the next 48 hours or so. And yeah, the big news tonight is, before I get into all your comments, that the Harvey Barnes fee has been agreed with Leicester City. And, St. Maximin is very much on the verge of joining Saudi Arabia's Al Ahly. So, what's been posted tonight then? Keith Downey, Sky Sports, they've all got on this, but it was David Ornstein from The Athletic that originally broke that Newcastle United have agreed a fee in the region of £38 million with Leicester City for the signing of Harvey Barnes. Personal terms are not expected to be an issue, like I told you earlier. And if all goes according to plan, Barnes will join Eddie Howe's side. Now, obviously, the aim is to get Barnes over in America as well. They're not saying that in this article, but that's my understanding, that obviously Eddie Howe does want Barnes included in this USA pre-season trip. The lads have landed there in America tonight, but the next game isn't until the start of next week. So they've got 3 games in a week. Could he potentially get in there halfway through and maybe feature in the second or third game of that Premier League Summer Series? I think so, and that is what Eddie Howe is obviously hoping for. Back to the article then. Newcastle have been actively exploring a move for Barnes during this summer's transfer window and now look set to secure the services of the English winger. Obviously, Barnes only has played once or twice, I think it is, for England, but we'll be hoping that a move to Newcastle United will increase his chances of getting back into Gareth Southgate's plans. The 25-year-old was Leicester's top goal scorer last season, scoring 13 goals in 34 Premier League appearances. So you think there, he scored more goals than James Maddison. Maddison obviously went for 50 mil, different positions, of course, but Jamie Vardy as well, obviously he's getting on now. The likes of Iheanacho, Daka didn't quite produce the goals. But 13 goals from the wing for a team that was absolutely hopeless, that got relegated, is very good going, in my opinion. Barnes is one of a number of players Leicester were open to selling as the club looked to cut the wage bill following their relegation at the Championship. It doesn't actually say what Harvey Barnes' wages are in this Athletic article, so if anyone wants to quickly check and let everyone know in the chat, I'd probably be guessing, Leicester were pretty generous with wages, so I think he's probably on anything from 50 to 70 grand maybe, and then Newcastle, I'm sure, will be offering him a bit more than that, probably close to, the 80 to 100 grand mark. Tonali's came in, even though Tonali's different class, he's way ahead of Barnes, obviously way ahead of everyone. But, he will be on 150 grand or so, Sandro Tonali up there with Newcastle's top earners. But Barnes will obviously be getting a wage increase, and you'll be getting a bit of Champions League football for his troubles of leaving Leicester. Non-troubles at all there. Leaving the Championship, the Champions League. He's doing all right, isn't he? Big step up. Leicester will relegate on the final day of the season. We know all about that for the first time since 2013, so 10 years. Leicester have obviously already let go of Maddison this summer at Spurs. Tielemans, Ayoze Perez, the forgotten man. He's made his loan move permanent and hasn't he to Spain. Soyuncu also heading to Spain, Atletico Madrid. Mendy, Amati, Ryan Burton all depart the club as free agents. Leicester signed Connor Cody from Wolves and Wings from Tottenham. So Barnes is a product of the Leicester Academy, so it's a very good profit there for Leicester, for the Foxes to sell Barnes. He made 187 appearances in all competitions following his debut in 2016, scoring 45 goals. So Harvey Barnes, £38 million fee agreed with Newcastle United. Barnes set for medical in the next couple of days. Personal terms all sorted. Doesn't say what it is here, but it's all sorted according to Sky Sports. Newcastle managed to strike a deal with Leicester, even though Leicester are on the winning end, if you like. Newcastle originally didn't want to pay more than £30 million for Harvey Barnes. Leicester City wanted £40 million, so they've pretty much got what they wanted there, just shy of £40 million, £38 million for Harvey Barnes. However, we know that Alan St. Maximin is going to be going to Saudi Arabia, Al Ahly, and they're going to get, well, at the minute they're wanting 25 mil. Newcastle are still in talks. We want obviously closer to 35 to pretty much cover the costs of Harvey Barnes. So it's just in an exchange, if you like. Barnes won't cost us a penny if we can recoup some of that St. Maximin money, and that's what we're hoping for. But still work to be done on that. But surely the deal will be getting done. For Alan St. Maximin to go to Saudi Arabia, he hasn't travelled with the Toon Army on that flight to the USA. So Harvey Barnes, said it for months now. Great signing for me. I know some fans still aren't exactly in awe of it, shall we say. Some might say it's a bit underwhelming. Not for me. I think it's a fantastic move. I think his goal contribution is right up there, from a winger, from that standpoint. His assists, his goals, what he can do on the pitch is very, very good. Suits our model, suits Eddie Howe's style of play down to a T, and that is why Eddie Howe wants him. He fits the system. Do you know what I mean? He really fits the system. Premier League proven, can come in, hit the ground running. There's no, will he be good enough? Will he make it? Can he adjust to the league? None of that. He's played in a hopeless Leicester squad. No disrespect Leicester, by the way. I like Leicester, and it's a bit of a shame to see how much they've fallen down from that miracle story of winning the Premier League. And then even when they won the FA Cup, only 3 years ago now, I liked Leicester. I thought they were a very well-run club, do things the right way. And, they've got an amazing training ground and everything there. So they've got the foundations to come back. But in terms of Barnes producing those numbers, assists and goals for a struggling side, is very, very good. Even last season, top goal scorer, 13 goals, from the wing. And they were absolutely crap, dreadful the whole season, swapping managers and everything. So Barnes, for me, is a brilliant signing. I've done videos on Barnes already on the channel, so check them out. I did one just a few hours ago. Have a look at that. Outside Central Station, back from Glasgow in the rain. So have a look at that one if you haven't already after this live stream. We'll expect Harvey Barnes on Tyneside in the next couple of days. And then, of course, he will be heading off to America if all goes to plan, so he can join up with the lads on that USA pre-season tour. So let's put the old Barnes specs on and have a look at your comments. Let me know what you think of the Harvey Barnes signing before we wrap this quick live stream up. It was just to jump on here for you, get a feel of how you lot are feeling and your thoughts on the signing now that it's officially agreed a fee. It's all official now. It's not just me, giving mine a stand like I have done for the past few weeks, like I do on the Sunday transfer talk show. Another plug for that, live at 5 every Sunday. Yes. This is official. This is Sky Sports. This is The Athletic. £38 million deal agreed with Leicester for Harvey Barnes. We can just quickly jump on here, get your thoughts in the chat, and then we can sign off. Because by the time I recorded something as well, I got to edit it for you lot, I'd be up all night. Do you know what I mean? I haven't got time for that. So, jump to the first chat. Aidan, very happy with it. Great signing. Getting a lot more positive comments now than when we first were linked with them. Or I think mainly it's social media, and we know what social media can be like. But yeah, maybe a bit more pessimism on there rather than on YouTube. However, John's saying it's the worst thing Eddie Howe has done this business is poo emoji. Poos, lots of poos there from John. He's not happy with it. Fair enough, mate. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I've gave mine. Who else do you think we could get under FFP? Well, that's the thing, isn't it? How much more business can we do? I do know from my understanding that we are still in talks with Tino Livramento. Eddie Howe wants to get him over the line. Then after that, could it be a midfielder in on loan? Could it be a young right forward? We'll wait and see. But it won't be the end of this business. Look, that would only be 2 signings, Tonali and Barnes. Yes, we brought in Yankuba Minef, but he went straight in on loan. So who else do we get in? I still think we'll get a left back. Maybe Tierney, even though apparently he's favouring a move back to Celtic now. And maybe another midfielder or something. But I would say we'll get in another 2 players at least after Barnes. I think we'll make 4 or 5 signings, definitely. Let me just actually plug this charger in because we're running low on juice here, people, and I don't want this to cut off, so we'll have to sacrifice the beautiful TMC sign behind me from Wallace. Get rid of that. Get the charge in. And we're good to go. Let's see what else you are saying in the chat then before we round things up. We'll go straight to the super chat that has just came through. Thanks very much for that one, mate. It makes it worth me jumping on here at nearly 10 o'clock at night. Andrew Grange. Thanks very much, mate. Great signing, says Andrew. Can't wait to see what Eddie Howe can do them. The media will have a field day now, though, with PIF. Well, I think Andrew's right there, you know what I mean? Because Barnes is coming in as a very good player and a Premier League proven player. And now, even better than that, he's got Eddie Howe to work on that. So if Eddie Howe can change the fortunes of your Joe Lintons, your Jacob Murphys, your Miggy Almirons, then he can definitely improve Harvey Barnes as well, even though he doesn't need that much improving, really. I mean, can he improve him, push him on to get in that England team? But, for me, when you look at his goal-scoring record over the years, he's already doing very well. But he's surely only going to get even better under Eddie Howe. Like everyone does, really. Let's go back to the top then. Thanks very much, Andrew, for that one. See what everyone else is saying. Get you involved before we sign off. With nearly 12 minutes in already. These, honestly, when I go live, the time just flies. Absolutely flies. And I'm still tired from Rangers yesterday, to be honest with you. So don't want to lay at night. So let's see. Rickard thinks it's too much for Harvey Barnes. He's not happy about that at all. Says Rickard on Harvey Barnes. Just getting a notification through there about off topic, but ex-Magpie Alexander Mitrovic had to be convinced by his agent to go on the Fulham tour. Fulham value him at around 52 million. Mitrovic angry and has told his relatives that he won't play for Fulham again despite leaving. So he's on the plane to America, Mitrovic, with his Fulham teammates, and he's told everyone he's not playing for them again. He's had enough because he's wanting to force that move to Saudi Arabia. Is it Saudi Arabia that one? I think it is. So mad. Mitrovic, everybody wants some of that Saudi cash. I mean, I do. Do you know what I mean? If any of the PIF group are watching, take me over from Newcastle to Saudi Arabia. Quadruple my wages. No problem. I'll go live in Saudi. Thank you. Hopefully they're watching. Barnes is quality, but we have to be careful we don't compare him with Maxi. Barnes on the way. Get in, man. All the best, says Mark. Sicky says clueless. People slating this signing. How come we can't get the England squad ahead of Grealish? Well, probably because Grealish plays for Man City. And let's be fair, Grealish has had a fantastic season. You know, Grealish wasn't getting picked by Southgate for a while, was he, when he was struggling in that first year at City, and now he's getting picked. And yeah, I think you know, once he starts performing, the look at Callum Wilson gets in the England squad every time now when he's been scoring goals for Newcastle. I think probably a call-up could be on the horizon for Willock if he keeps up his good form, if he can get back from injury. And we've seen, obviously, Trippier. So, yeah, I think Barnes could push himself into that England fold, really. Like, I mean, look at next year's the Euros, so he's got a chance to have a great season, see what he can do, especially with his odd injury. Good signing for you guys. Barnes is a baller and would add goals from the left. Absolutely. Maybe as a club we have outgrown Maxi. Because face it, we need more goals and end product, not fancy dribbling skills leading in and out. There's some truth in that. There certainly is. Look at the stats. Barnes is way better. Buzzing with his signing quality players. Daniel's got some maths for you here. 55 plus 38, 92 million spent. 40 for Maxi leaves, 50 to spend is enough. Good signing, though. Yeah, that's why I think we'll still, I've said at the start, I think we'll spend 100 to 120 million. And if we've spent 50, including the Maxi money, even though I don't think we'll get 40 for Maxi, I think we'll be lucky to get 35 at this rate. But I think we'll still bring in another couple of players for around 30 million each, maybe. So, 30 million and then maybe a 20 million for Livramento if that gets accepted, you know. So we'll see. Vincent's gutted about Maxi leaving. I can see Gordon becoming a beast and Barnes soon to follow under King Eddie's coaching. Well, Gordon last night was class night when he came on. You know, that lad is full of confidence now after the Euros win in the under-21s tournament, and he was taking people on last night like there was nothing matter. So I think Gordon's going to have a brilliant season as well. Loving this sign all the way from Houston, Texas. Big up Mark there in Houston, Texas. Have to get out there one day, man. Good, I'm not in America next week, but just one of those things. Get ready for next year, maybe, yeah. But we'll be at all the Champions League games, didn't you worry about that? Looking forward to that. Did Tonali play good against Rangers? That's Daniel. He did. He was fucking a class. You know, them little passes that go unnoticed sometimes. He's like the assist for the assist. You know, the way he was splitting the play up, getting in there. I think he had, a 98% pass accuracy rate. You know, he was brilliant, man. Do you see Barnes as a huge upgrade over ASM? I do. I really do. Because for me, the end product, yes, love Alan St. Maximin, the trickery, the skill, everything else. But for me, it's the inconsistency and the injuries of Alan St. Maximin. And now we've got Harvey Barnes who puts numbers on the board. Do you know what I mean? He really does. He gets the goals, gets assists. That's what wins games. Step overs don't really win games, unfortunately. And that's no dig at Maxi. I think he's been, a legend over the years. Really, our only shining light. Really, really has been. But for me, it's two in far in between. And right now, doesn't really shoot the system of Eddie Howe. So we'll see. But for me, Barnes, he's an upgrade because of what he does stats wise. He might not be as entertaining as Alan St. Maximin, but he's more productive, put it that way. Do you know what I mean? He will get you more points, I think. Cheers for that one, Lee. Yeah, much better than the weekend. I mean, we all have bad days, don't we? But that was just a shitty, stressful one. But we're all good now. Happy hump day. We've had a nice little trip to Rangers last night as well. So all is good. Barnes is a much more reliable player to have, scores more and assists more. So here's Paul. Let's get through some of your more chats. I see nearly 500 people are watching right now. So please do hit that thumbs up. It's free. You know what I mean? It's free to give one of them. It's also free to subscribe. If you haven't already, that would really help as we finish this quick, late live stream for you lot to bring you the news. If you haven't heard it already, you can see it on the bottom of your screen there. The Harvey Barnes fee has been agreed. That is official now. £38 million from Leicester City. Mike, who do you think will take the number 10? I think Anthony Gordon will take the number 10 and Tonali will get the number 8 and Barnes will get number 20. That's what I think will happen. I know Tonali was number 20 last night, but all can change. They've got until like another month or so before they can, they officially have to announce the 25-man numbers. Tamuri Ketsabai in the chat, legend. There's 14 players that we need to get rid of. That's a lot then, isn't it? That is a lot. Can we please move on to a left back now? Says Sean. Well, I think they will. That will be the next priority, definitely. A left back. Ben's asking, has Romano said anything? Is that same Ben I met at Loosefest last year? Big yourself up, mate. If it is you, if not, big up yourself anyway, Ben. Wherever Ben it is, you're on a good one, but I think that is Ben from Loosefest. Nice lad last year. Romano, I'm not sure if he said anything. Doesn't really matter if Romano has or not, mate, because Sky Sports have and The Athletic have, who honestly better than Romano, just as. Because Romano does get things wrong, He does. Last year, the João Pedro fiasco. All right, Scott. Thanks to Canny Scott for being a member. Appreciate that one. We're nearly 20 minutes in, so I'm going to wrap things up here because before you know it, I'll be sitting here 2 hours later. It'll be nearly midnight. What else we've got? Everyone just calling for left backs. Got Gary here, who's a member. What's your crack, Gary? 30 million up front from actually. Well, exactly. That's why we're doing it. You know what I mean? FFP can be a bit of a minefield, but that does allow us to spend. Because the way it's spread out. Not an upgrade. We'll miss Maxi, says Darren. Hello from Devon, mate. Quality signing. Hello from Devon. I've never been to Devon, but it looks nice all the way down there. Theo Hernandez, Newcastle United, Matty. That would be amazing, but we're never going to be able to afford him. Should have signed Renan Lodi for 11 million. Who did he go to for 11 million? I know I was used at Forest last year. Did he go to Spain, actually? Stephen, love the videos, mate. Thank you. Murphy out, Diaby in. St. Maximin and Barnes are better than Grealish. Madison chose Pirelli. Barnes chose Wisely, shall I say. Must be getting tired. Ola Stew. The offer for Maxi is now 30 million plus guaranteed add-ons according to the Chronicle. Well, I hope there's some canny add-ons. And then I suppose if the add-ons we're closer to that 40 million range, then I think that I said it weeks ago, man. There's a title on the Magpie channel saying St. Maximin out, Barnes in. Barnes will replace Alan St. Maximin. I said it months ago. He's going to have a look at it. And everyone was like, nah, you're talking crap. Maxi's going nowhere. We're not going to sign Harvey Barnes. And it's going to be that. Do you know what I mean? It's. I said it would be a swap, like for like. If we can recoup the money, then the deal will get done, and that's what's happened. We've literally just replaced them. We haven't spent a penny, so that's smart in a way to get around FFP. You know, Bonds is an incredibly exciting signing. Ian, one season wonder. Bonds, not a one season wonder. Ian, he's produced double figures for like the past 5 years in a row. On the wing, he's constantly getting assists and goals. So yeah, I don't think you can call him a one season wonder. I would say that was harsh. Barnes on the right, Gordon on the left, pace and goals. Well, what it is, right, I wouldn't be surprised if Eddie Howe would try and work on one of those to get better on the right, whether that be Gordon, as we've seen his versatility for England this summer, or if you're going to bring in Harvey Barnes, is he going to try and get him on the right, because the idea this summer was to bring in a right winger that can cut inside and score goals with the left foot. And obviously, Almiron did it quite a bit last year. You did it last night, but be really effective. So if one of them isn't playing, you could be training one of them up, Gordon or Harvey Barnes, to really get used to that right wing position. So I wouldn't, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened at all, to be honest. What else was saying? Loads of comments coming in. Thank you very much, everyone. 500 people tuned in right now. Please give a quick subscribe and a like if you didn't mind. It'd be lovely. Ben was the one from Loose Fest last year with a bus slip. Small world, and he works with Ross. Good stuff. Nice one, Ben. Enjoy yourself. Hope you're doing well. Right wing upgrade coming. Been really impressed with Anderson and Miley. Aye, definitely. They've looked quality pre-season. Barnes is on 100 grand a week at Leicester, says Connor. 100 grand a week, is he? I tell you, Leicester were being generous with the wages. No wonder they're having to sell the likes of him and Madison and that, people talking about, will a centre-back be the next signing? Obviously, we were linked with that Axel Disasi. Keith Downey came out and said that was all agent-driven, so it's not true. We aren't in for Axel Disasi at all. It's his agent that's trying to push that. So we'll wait and see if any movement on that. But at the minute, we can't, afford to really get another centre back in for the 40 million or so that they'll want. But yeah, what else are you saying? Wonderwellman signing, says Ian. Let's get ASM on loan, says John. I mentioned that in the video earlier about potentially getting Alan St. Maximin back on loan from Saudi Arabia. Could that be something we'll look at maybe after January? I mean, imagine how much hate that would gather from other Premier League clubs to be crying their eyes out at the thought of us, PIF, Saudi Arabia, Newcastle getting the players back, all this money. Oh, I would love it just for that. I would love it just to wind everyone else up. Let's have a look then. Let's round up these comments, round up these videos. Ashby looked decent last night. Great show, says Richard. Thanks very much. Right. I think we are just about getting to the bottom. Would love to see Kiers on loan. Right. Couple minutes left, people. Get your last few questions in. I'll try and answer them. We'll go half an hour in max. We're now 24 and a bit minutes in. So, just to round things up for people who are just joining the show, it's a quick live stream tonight for you lot with the big breaking news that it is official now. Newcastle United have agreed a fee with Leicester City for England winger Harvey Barnes. £38 million is the fee that has been agreed. Newcastle are expected to try and get Harvey Barnes' medical done in the next couple of days so he can join up with the rest of the lads on that USA pre-season tour. Obviously, the Newcastle United squad flew out from Scotland today straight to America. They're going to be based in Atlanta. And then obviously they've got 3 games next week in that summer series in the States. Harvey Barnes will hopefully join up with them next week, probably by now. If they can get the medical wrapped up, Thursday tomorrow, if they can try and get that done before the weekend, we could even fly out on the weekend, to be fair, and join them up on the weekend, and get a bit of action in there before the games kick off next week. So big news. Newcastle's second signing of the summer is nearing completion. Tonali's already in for 55 million. Barnes is close for 38 million. Fee agreed. Personal terms not expected to be a problem. Medical to be done in the next couple of days. And Alan St. Maximin still in talks to go to Saudi Arabia, with the Chronicle now reporting tonight that a deal worth £30 million plus add-ons can be wrapped up. So let's go through the last couple of chat. I've just seen Stu here tomorrow. He's on the get. Oh dear, don't know what's happening here in this chat. Right, what was saying there? Just had a thing. Where we're looking for that one. Remember, people, last couple of questions before we round this up on the half an hour mark. Well said, Ben. John there. Great show. Hit the legs, people. This is what I was looking for. Thanks very much, Connor. Appreciate that, mate. From Ireland as well. Good stuff. I'm going to see it now. I'm going to have to get out of Ireland. I'm going to have to do a world tour, really. That's the plan. I just need everyone to pay for it. Do you know what I mean? That's the issue. But I hope I get out of Ireland as well. I've been to Dublin a few years ago, quite a while ago now, actually. So I wouldn't mind getting back out of Ireland. But obviously, who was it that Greg from Ireland who sorted out the tickets for the Brighton game last season, the Gallagher Lounge? He's a legend. That was class. So I know, some big passionate Newcastle fans out there in Ireland. So I'd love to meet up with you lot as well. But thanks very much for that kind comment, mate. Appreciate it. And there's a nice super chat that I think came in there as well. Aidan, thanks very much for that, mate. Really appreciate it. Thank you for your time too, and thank you for everyone else's that has joined this show. Thanks very much for that chat there, Aidan. Thank you. We'll cover we'll cover one pint that I had yesterday. So it helps though. Do you know what I mean? Thank you for that. Thanks very much. It'll cover towards the old Champions League trips. Nearly get us a pint in one of the airports, I'm sounding like sarcastic. I'm being serious. I appreciate it. Thanks very much, mate. Ian, Matty, Belfast is Belter Belfast. What are you saying in the rest of yous? Oh, I love the Barcelona tune, mate. Richard, what you think of the Barcelona tune? Big fan of it. Is this the way to Barcelona? Lazio Roma. It was class. It's been stuck in my head all day. Just been singing it there in the living room. Loving it. Right then, let's round this up. We have 5 keepers, for Christ's sake. There's a Toon fan in Philadelphia here. We'll be at the game Sunday, my first Newcastle match ever. Enjoy yourself, Andrew. Look at you. I've been to Philadelphia. That's one of the places where I don't have to go. But I wouldn't mind coming back. Had a great time in Philadelphia. Definitely get over the States one day. This will be the first of many pre-season tours that Newcastle do around the likes of America, Asia, and all that after that. So there'll be plenty of opportunities. Right then, 6 million for Darlow. Well, Darlow's in talks with Bournemouth as well. That's more news. Matty, would you take Benjamin Mendy? He's signed, mate. He's already signed for Lorient. Was it Lorient or Lens? He signed for some French team today, Benjamin Mendy. So that's that one done. Benjamin Mendy's away back to France. Right, just trying to see one or two last ones because there's that many coming in. I probably missed some. Gonna mix Maxi. One of the main reasons I watch games at times during that horrible year with Bruce. Totally agree. That's why I'll never slay Alan St. Maximin, because I think him and Dubravka were the only reasons we stayed up. Literally the amount of saves Dubravka made, and then some of the moments that Maxi had. He was a game changer back then. So much respect to him for. I mean, I'm sure he said himself, but I'm sure he could have left during a lot of opportunities for them years where it was awful. It truly was absolutely lifting. So for him to stay during them times, it's really good. Always have respect for Alan St. Maximin and what he's done here over the years, and the connection he had with the fan base in the cities as well. Do you know what I mean? Giving away watches and that. Andrew Lovo, cheers, mate. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I will need it by the time I'd paid for all the flights and everything. So I'll probably take you up on that offer one day, mate. Next time. Unless you want to pay for me flights next week as well, Andrew, and I'll get myself over Philadelphia. Yeah, great. Right then, I think that will do. Kushti Sarni's, that's an old school one from the old FIFA days. I like it. Betty's asking, can you watch the USA games online? I'm not sure if you can watch them online, but what you can do is watch them on Sky Sports if that helps, or there's another way. Just round off there, there's the Newcastle United have literally just put out that photo. There's the boys arrived in America. There you go. Summer series. They're in what looks like a rainy America. So unlucky. Get it. get a feel for it like it is in Newcastle. Matty, speculation on the third kit colour. Apparently it's going to be blue, exactly like last year. You know, I've seen the warm-up top. Mike Ashley was selling the warm-up top already in Sports Direct. Of course he was. And it's looking like it's blue again. Dark blue again, which is a shame. If it was like a sky blue, I would have liked it. Or like the blue that's on the Newcastle badge. Make it lighter instead of the dark one again. Even though I did like last year's kit, there's no point in making the same colour again. That's just the rumours though. I mean, this one is green. Obviously, it was meant to be completely different, like last year's, wasn't it? So they've mixed it up a bit there. But yeah, it's meant to be blue again, mate. Enjoy Glasgow, Matty. I did, mate. Very, very good. And I've got to say the Glasgow fans, very hospitable, and it was a class time. Great video, Lee. Says Lee, definitely the best tune challenge is Keith. He knows the score. He knows the score. If you haven't subscribed already to the Magpie Channel TV, please do. And that will do for me. That's been half an hour now. And it's nearly 10 o'clock at night on a Wednesday. So there we go. Remember, £38 million fee agreed for Harvey Barnes. Medical in the next couple of days, people. Thanks very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the Magpie Channel TV if you haven't already. Give this video a big thumbs up. And I will see you on the next one. Take it easy.